Okay, guys, this is me. This is me. I'm doing what's on your chopping board today, and for whatever reason, the volume would not play. So I'm going to videotape it and put it on there again. What's on your chopping board? This is what's on your chopping board today. And today I have the we're going to chop up the baby spinach. We have the carrots that's already chopped. Um, so now I'm going to chop up the baby spinach. You can see me chopping up the spinach. Then I'm placing it back in the bowl. Then I've already chopped up my white and purple onions. It's already been pre-chopped, just trying to cut back on some prep time. So I already have those already chopped up. I'm just kind of pulling them apart because what I'm going to do with the white onions and purple onions is saute them. Normally I do saute it with some peppers, red peppers, yellow pepper, green peppers, whatever kind of peppers that I have in the home, and I chop those up. But because I don't have the peppers, then I'm going just to saute the onions. So I'm going to go to the oven now, to the stove, and I have my skillet waiting there. You see my skillet? Okay. And we're going to saute the white and purple onions. I'm putting the chicken aside there. That's the John Soul Food chicken, grilled chicken. Gonna lay it over there. Also, I'm going to be adding some taco seasoning to it. Taco seasoning mix. It's there in the bowl. We're going to be adding that to it. Also, we have rotel tomatoes. The rotel tomato there in the bowl. So I'm setting everything to the side there because I'm making room and I'm waving at everybody. So in the skillet, getting it all ready and hot, I'm going to put the onions in there. White onions, purple onions. I normally put more purple onions than I do white, or try to do half and half. But I didn't have that many purple onions left. I'm always using purple onions, so I ended up using most of it. So gonna saute that in the skillet. I added a little butter. I know some people normally saute it maybe in olive oil, but I'll just a little butter in the skillet, sauteing it in the skillet. And while that's sauteing, I'm gonna take the chicken, because there's like really nice sized pieces, and you want it to be a little smaller strips. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm going to get my chopping board, bring it back to the side of the stove there. That's why I'm missing an action in front of the camera, but I'm back. I'm back. Am I back yet? Yes, I'm back. Making room for my chopping board. Okay. Taking the John Soul Food grilled chicken. Taking the grilled chicken, and I'm going to, using my knife, I'm going to slice those up a little bit smaller, so when I put it into the skillet with the sauteed onions, it will not take as long to cook. But also, hey, there I am rocking my natural. Also, when I put those chicken strips in there, they're going to cook a little bit smaller, and they're going to cook better when they're smaller. I didn't realize I still had my cabinet door open over there. So I'm just gonna slice up all of the chicken strips here. Slice it up, slice it up, slice it up. And then once I slice it up and everything, we're going to see how, yeah, slice them up a little smaller, just like little strips. Little strips of chicken. Continue to slice them smaller. That way, when everyone gets a bite of their chicken, it won't be too big of a piece. And then also when it's sautéing and with the onions, it's going to cook better and faster, and also it's going to be it's going to season better into the meat. So I have a few more pieces that I need to slice up. So I'm adding some more pieces of chicken to my chopping board. What's on your chopping board? I hope on your chopping board you have added some vegetables and some fruit to it. Lots of vegetables, lots of vegetables to your diet. Once again, I'm slicing them up as small as I can, well, in little strips, so it will cook, like I said, faster, and the season will get into it a little bit more. And these are just some quick meals for you all to try, and at the same time be able to incorporate in some things that's going to help you eat a little healthier. So now I'm going to put the chicken in with the onions that are sauteing, the white onions, the purple onions. You can see the purple onion is really good. So now I'm going to add the chicken in there. Just moving the onions around, and it's time to add the chicken. Into the skillet. So I'm just placing everything to the left side of me, so when I get ready to put it in the skillet, I won't have to go back to the other side of the kitchen. You try to prep nearby, keep everything close by. So I just move the carrots and the baby spinach over there with the chicken. But I'm getting ready to put the chicken into the skillet. Moving the carrots and the baby salad over. Gonna take my chopping board, pour the chicken into the skillet. And in we go. So I'm gonna fast forward it just a little bit here. Okay, then I added the taco seasoning mix there to it. Voila. That's actually one package of taco seasoning mix there. Then I'm gonna add the Rotel tomato that's mild, and it has Rotel tomatoes in there. And also I'm making sure I leave a little juice in there, and also has a little bell pepper in the Rotel. So I'm leaving just a little juice in there. Just a little juice in there. And so I'm putting that into the skillet as well. It's cooking inward. So you don't have to add any water to it, because the Rotel tomato has a lot of liquid in it. So as it cooks into it, then you just keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it, as everything is going to cook into there. Okay, and it's going to, like, the onions are already good and sauteed. You can add other vegetables to this as well if you like to saute some other vegetables into it. You can saute some mushrooms in there. Like I said, you can do the different bell peppers, the red, the blue, the yellow bell peppers in there too. I just did the rotel tomatoes and the onions. And, okay, so as you can see it cooking into it. Like I said, I had to just kind of redo this because you couldn't hear the volume. For some reason, the volume didn't play, so I didn't want it. And I couldn't really just go back and redo it, the food, because we actually have eaten. Could fast forward a little bit. Okay, as you can see, it's all mixed up there good, and you can see the little juices cooking down up under there. See that cooking there? That's like amazing. Fast forward just a little bit more. Okay, see how good it looks? It's got a nice little glaze there. It's really seasoned good. I didn't add any water to it, any broth or anything. I just the seasoning and the rotel tomato, and I just mixed it into the chicken with the onions. And as you see me over there, I'm cleaning up because I was taught as a young girl, as you cook, you clean. Now I'm adding the carrots. The carrots is going in there. I'm adding the carrots and it's cooking into it. Now we got the carrots cooking in. And you just keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. You have to let those carrots cook in there just a little bit. Like I said, but you don't have to add any broth. You don't have to add any water or anything. Just keep stirring it in there. And at the same time, the chicken is getting more and more tender, more and more seasoned when you add, as you're adding the different things to it. Let me fast forward a little bit. Now, that's when the carrots have steamed into it. The carrots are already cooked. Now, what do you think I'm going to add to it? Let's see. I think I'm over there opening the cheese, getting it ready, because normally I have everything prepped, but I didn't prep the cheese. So now I'm getting ready to make room in that skillet to add the next ingredient, which is the baby spinach. Went too fast. There it is. Voila. The baby spinach is being added now. So we're adding that in there. To clear that off the screen. So now the baby spinach is being added in. So I'm putting my cheese into the bowl over there, getting it ready. While the baby spinach is being, now we're stirring it in there. Stirring in the baby spinach. We're almost completely done with our meal, guys. We're almost there. Stirring that in there. Got that cooking in. Aha, now I want you to see, oh wow, look at there. Look at that spinach in there. And there's carrots in there and the onions. And now I'm cutting, as you see, I'm cutting off the heat from the skillet because the heat's gonna finish cooking it. I'm adding my cheese on top. We made it to the finish line. The dinner is served. We're gonna let it sit there and let that cheese melt on there. That's part of the dinner. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you with my kiddos. I took it off the skillet there so it would cool. With the kids, I added the nacho chips, the chips there for my children. As you can see, I'm adding that's for the children. That's for my teenagers and my not teenagers, my older teenager, my older one. Then I sprinkle a little cheese on top of it. Okay. Ha ha! Look at there. Look at that. Yes, baby. That's not for me. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Is that not amazing? And I'm moving the camera as I'm moving. That's what you call nacho salad with chicken. Today's menu, nacho salad with chicken. Voila! Bam! But that's not what I'm gonna eat. That's not what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna put you can put a little salsa on it, put a little sour cream on it, put a little guacamole. You can slice some guacamole on top of there. Slice some avocado on top of there. Or put some guacamole on there. This is what I'm gonna eat. Here's mine. Let me fast forward it. I'm telling you, this is not what I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna eat this. Give me a second. I've got to go get my stuff. I'm gonna fast forward me. I'm gonna fast forward me. Where's mine? Oh no, what happened to the camera? There it is. That's mine. That's mine. Instead of the chips, I have lettuce. And I wanted a little chip, so I crumbled just a little bit of chips on top. Added some more cheese because that's mine. That's my meal. And a little salsa on top. Mine has, so in the place of the chips is I added just more um, baby spinach. And so that's my meal. Add a little dressing on there, a little bit of that taco sauce on there. And voila! That's mine.